The Angels are back. 30 clubs, 15 days, starts now.
Welcome, everyone, to 30 Clubs in 15 Days, presented by T-Mobile here in Tempe, Arizona, the spring home of the Los Angeles Angels, a team that finished in last place in the AL West in 2024. They lost 99 games. But what do you do to turn that around? You spend around $100 million in free agents to put around a young core. It's Greg Amsinger once again with Yonder Alonso. This is an interesting organization to talk about. We understand what they're up against. It's a division that the Texas Rangers should be better. The Houston Astros are always good. But it's a club that I think did some things to give them motivation.
And it's a division that kind of took a step down. Right? It's a very gettable division. Believe it or not, you look at this roster. You look at the other rosters as well with the Houstons and Seattle. Not much did they do. They actually subtracted as well. I like the Anaheim guys. I like what's happening. I like the leadership. Look, this team's going to slug. This team's going to play really good defense with Ron Washington at the helm. And then on top of that, when they have the lead, they should be able to put it away.
Yusei Kikuchi was my favorite offseason signing. I think they have a real, true ace. They also brought in Kyle Hendricks, Jorge Soler, Yoan Moncada to play third base, Kenley Jansen as a closer, Darno behind the plate. Your favorite offseason acquisition the Halos made?
Kenley Jansen. I think this guy is a leader of a bullpen, a leader of men, a leader of a starting pitching just as much, a leader in a clubhouse. And look, this is a guy that's going to set the tone, especially in spring training. We got a chance to talk to him earlier as well. He's been there. He's won. He's pitched in big games. He's gotten the 3 toughest outs in baseball in the 9th inning. This is a guy that's going to set the tone for that pitching department. Kenley Jansen's one of those guys.
But let's be honest. The Angels won't come close to a 500 record if Mike Trout isn't on the field. I think that's the headline here, right, Yonder? The realistic expectations for the superstar Mike Trout.
A presence of Mike Trout, number 27, he's a changer. Like, he moves people. Everything he does in a clubhouse, everything he does to prepare for a game, and then what he does inside those lines are just Hall of Fame stuff. He needs to be here. If he's here playing right field, a healthy Mike Trout, he's that guy that can really put this team kind of over the hump.
We caught up with Mike, and we asked him about his personal and team expectations for the upcoming season.
Coming in the spring, all the new additions. Obviously, this has been the first week. Got to see the guys that we brought in. You know, I think the expectations around here is to come to the ballpark thinking we're going to win, knowing we're going to win, have that feeling of, you know, we're a winning ball club. The last few years, it's been difficult for us to, you know, because we haven't made the playoffs, but we're trying to change the whole culture and the whole mindset coming into the ballpark every single day. Young guys, older guys, just, you know, coming in, you know, having one thing on their mind is to get better each and every day. No days off, and you know that's the mentality Wash has. You see it every single day with the infielders where, you know, they're taking ground balls and they're doing their routine. It's every single day, and it doesn't stop when spring stops. It's every single day from when the first game starts to the last game. So it's fun to see, you know, the coaches and the guys buy into it, and it's been great.
But what about you personally?
Oh, personally, it's just being on the field, man. I enjoy playing. I had some freak stuff happen to me the last few years, out of my control, but I feel great. Normally, it's light in the off season, but I worked on some things, and my swing feels a lot better. You know, I got away from, you know, the last like 4 or 5 years. You know, I've been chasing and doing stuff at the plate that I normally don't do, and figure some stuff out. And it's been a good start so far.
Take me through the word on the street as you're going to be playing right field, that change, and how beneficial is that going to be for you?
Yeah, no, I literally didn't know I played right field until I saw some highlights on a video. You know, so I played a couple games in right field when I was brought up. I'm looking forward to it. I really, you know, you still got to catch the ball. Definitely different angles. You got the wall in play now, but. You know, I got great mentors that's done it before me, like Tori that I can talk to, and great coaches that can that help me prepare to make that move. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Watching the Dodgers win a World Series and Shohei Ohtani go off the way he did, your former teammate, is that extra incentive to you for the Angels to rebuild this thing and get back to being a playoff contender?
Oh yeah, I mean, anytime you see a guy leave and, you know, win a World Series, it's tough to see. But, you know, I'm happy for him. You know, what he's done for the game, it's been incredible. And he's fun to watch. You can't argue that, so.
All right, so fans love to send us questions. And I got this one. You mentioned Torrey Hunter. At 2002 World Series champs wants to know, how specifically is Torrey Hunter helping you learn right field?
Yeah, so it's been, what are we, about a week and a half in spring. Talked to him a little bit about it. I know he's coming out here. I'm pretty sure he's coming out here, and I want to pick his brain a little bit more. You know, we first had the conversation with the front office and Skip. You know, first thing that came to my mind was Torrey. You know, because he made the transition when I was up here, and I knew that it made me make the decision that much easier just to do it, because I knew it was going to be a time when I moved to a corner just to try to preserve the body, and you know, I just knew it was coming, and it just made, like I said, made it easier. And now I got somebody I could talk to and just pick a Gold Glover's brain.
We love watching you play, man. Since 2009 when you were drafted, it's been fun to watch Mike Trout. So we're looking forward to a full season from you, okay?
Appreciate it.
All right, there you go. Thank you, Mike.
This is our home right here. Let's talk a little bit about leg kicks. Let's talk a little bit about the kind of the formation and how it took place from high school, college, to the big leagues, and then the adjustment period. You know, what was that like? Because I feel like a lot of big leaguers get to the big leagues, and there's a little bit of ego, there's a little bit of hard-headed guys where they don't want to change. For you, it was a little bit different. You had success. You got to the big leagues, and then, even then, you made some adjustments. Take me through that period.
Yeah, so, you know, going back to high school, you know, I wasn't the biggest kid, so, you know, I wanted to try something new, and, you know, I started off with my leg kick, and it just helped me build somewhat power. You know, I had pretty good timing and rhythm. It was just a matter of getting it all together. So I felt like I was just kind of going through it just in high school. When I got to college, you know, it was more simplifying everything. I got to the major leagues, and I was getting exposed real quick. You know, I had somewhat success, but it wasn't the success I wanted. I had to make adjustments somehow, and be able to just shorten up my leg kick, get down to my two-strike approach, and just be able to put the bat on the ball. I think it was the biggest thing.
Can you show me that leg kick when you first got up, and where you stand in the box, why you stand in the box, what you're looking for, why that leg kick came into fruition, especially in the big leagues? You know, with guys throwing 100 miles an hour, or even guys just throwing with that nasty spin.
Yeah, no doubt. I like myself, I like to stand close to the box.
Why is that? Do you like to pull the baseball? Do
yes.
you like to feel like everything needs to be on top of you?
Yeah, so I like to pull the baseball. I like to get the ball close to me. I feel like when my hands are pretty close within each other, I feel like I get more power and more backspin with the baseball. You know, and I'm also not afraid to get hit by a baseball, so that's why I stand so close. Kind of, you know, pitchers in high school, college, you know, they're afraid to come inside. You learn quickly in the big leagues or even in the minor leagues that pitchers aren't afraid to come inside. They'll hit you if they have to. So, you know, knowing that, you know, I kind of take that into consideration. But, you know, I still stand where I stand, you know, kind of like toes on the white line. And I just get ready. And I'm kind of basically going right off of pitcher when the hand breaks out of the glove. So once that goes, then I'll get up and just kind of read the pitcher from there.
So that's the old leg kick?
That was the old leg kick.
How high was that?
Right
My
here.
goodness.
Yeah. My bat-to-ball percentage, you know, went up big time. I didn't want to keep rolling over to third base or the shortstop, so I had to make somewhat of an adjustment. You know, what I did, I just shortened up my leg, so I just got the little toe tap down. So now I'm seeing the baseball further into the zone and kind of getting my bat feel like more bat control through the zone and where I wanted to go.
For kids at home, the 10s, 11s, 12-year-olds, or even just kids that are in high school right now, I always felt like if you can be athletic in the box, you're going to have success.
No doubt.
Right? It doesn't have to be one swing. You know, if you have a golf club, you got to be able to have all your irons ready.
For sure.
Does it feel like that with you right now?
Yeah. You know, I feel like you have to have every tool in the toolbox, right? You know, there's some pitchers that, you know, sometimes I get in my head, I'm like, man, I could definitely do my leg kick right here. But then, you know, you get a guy coming into the bullpen and you know, you only see him one time, and it's probably a big situation. You want to make sure you do your job. So that's probably a situation where you just want to go straight to your two-strike approach or, you know, toe tap and just make sure you get a good bat on the ball.
Zach, hitting 101, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All the best of luck.
Thank
Greg,
you.
Who do you got next?
Yonder thinks I'm with a future Hall of Famer. I'm not ashamed to say that. Kenley Jansen, 37 years young, and you're still getting it done. And you're in LA again.
Yeah.
What does that feel like?
That feels great. That feels great to be back in Southern California, and I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be with this ball club and try to, us just build a winning culture here. So it's a very great, talented group, and we just got to try to put it together.
You were really good with the Boston Red Sox. Last year, I mean, you didn't give up 40 hits in over 54 innings. Your stuff looks like it's trending up again. How are you doing that?
I mean, you just got to continue to love this game. I think it's the love and passion for this game, and I don't take anything for granted. All these years goes by, and it's just a blink of an eye. You're like, wow, you're already here. So I have so much love for this game, and it just makes me want to continue to, strive in off season and get better, and want to be better out there.
You're one of the greatest closers of your generation. So we have this debate on our network all the time. Is the ninth inning just another inning?
No. The ninth inning is the toughest 3 outs in the ball game. I don't care what anybody say, but it's tough to get the last 3 outs in game, period. I mean, I did high leverage before, sometimes in playoffs, but it's still, the last 3 outs is still tough.
Okay, so guys back there in the studio, it's not just another inning.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Hey, Yonder, who are you with right now?
All right, thanks, Greg. I'm here with Jorge Soler. Jorge, look, I want to ask you about the opportunity at hand here in Anaheim. You've been with Ron Washington in the past. What's the vibe like in these last couple of weeks with the team?
Bueno, estoy bastante bien contento de estar aquí a Anaheim por darme esta oportunidad. A Ron Washington también lo conozco del pasado. Y estas dos últimas semanas que han estado bastante bien, los muchachos han estado 100, hay muy buena energía.
Well, he asked, first of all, that he's grateful for the opportunity. Obviously, he's been with Ron Washington in the past, and he's just very excited. The team is hungry. The team is ready to go. And just looking back at these last couple of weeks, he can tell the kind of the atmosphere, how different it is. I wanted to ask you, I wanted to ask him about, just overall the moves that they made in the offseason. Really good moves. Do they feel like they have enough to kind of get to that postseason?
Bueno, sí, yo creo que sí, realmente hicieron muy buenas movidas. El equipo está mucho mejor y yo pienso que sí podemos entrar a los playoffs.
Well, you definitely think
Realmente hay bastante hambre.
There's definitely a lot of hunger here. That he definitely feels like this is the squad that can get it done. He doesn't necessarily think that they need help. He thinks that with this roster and this coaching staff, they definitely can get to the top. Algo personal para ti, en el sentido de tus años. Una persona que fue MVP en una serie mundial. ¿Cómo te sientes tú personalmente? ¿Cómo te sientes con tu swing? ¿Vas a estar de DH? ¿Vas a jugar un poquitico del outfield? ¿Qué es lo que te han dicho, el mensaje que te han dicho para ti?
Bueno, ahora mismo voy a jugar DH y outfield, voy a estar en los dos lados. Me siento bastante bien en mi swing y creo que es un nuevo reto. Todo el mundo sabe los problemas que ha tenido este equipo y es como un nuevo reto tratar de llegar a los playoffs.
I asked him a little bit about himself personally, right? Where he's going to play? Is he going to be DHing? Is he going to play the outfield? What's the message like for him personally, being able to come here and be that middle of a guy in the roster, protecting a guy like Mike Trout? He said, yes, he is going to play a little bit DH. He is going to play a little bit of right field, but for him, it's all about attitude. For him, it's about getting ready and personally being prepared to go all year and doing the things he does.
And Ron, good to see you. How would you assess your first year at the helm as manager of the Angels?
Well, I assess it as success. I mean, people look at a record, but the bottom line is in the game of baseball, there's certain people that you want to see get better as the season progresses. And every player that we were supposed to get better as the season progressed, they got better. So I consider that a success.
Watch, I look at this roster, I look at the division, how much better you guys have gotten throughout the offseason. Is this division very gettable?
Every division is very gettable in the beginning, but you have to go between those white lines and perform. But you know what Houston is, you know what Seattle is, you know what Oakland is developing, and then come the Los Angeles Angels. Now we feel good about ourselves.
Give me your personal expectations for Mike Trout.
My personal expectation for Mike Trout is just be here in his presence. You know, there's two things that you want out of your best player, and that's performance and presence. And his presence, I just want it in the ballpark wherever we are every single day. And if his presence is there every single day, I don't think anyone in baseball will be concerned about his performance.
Watch the tone on Kenley Jansen. How has that been in that clubhouse?
Well, Kenley Jansen is a pro, and he came up in there with one one mindset, and that's for us to win. And he let the guys know that day one when he came in there. He's been in those situations, and we got some kids that's coming that one day will probably be that guy. Right now, he is that guy, and he came in with positive vibes from the beginning.
There are positive vibes about a prospect named Christian Moore here in camp. Have you seen him up close? What have you noticed?
One thing he is a super athlete, and whether it's basketball, football, or baseball, those super athletes find ways to get things done. That is Christian Moore. Yeah. When he first arrived in the organization, I was told that, oh, he's a little shaky defensively. No, he got happy feet now. He's always been touted as a guy that can swing the bat, and that's for certain.
Yeah.
So the thing is now, as I always tell him every single day, the only thing I'm watching during the games is the decisions you make. And if you make the right decisions, you can become a big leaguer.
Ron, thank you so much for catching up with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys for having me.
The skipper of the Halos, Ron Washington. For more on Christian Moore and the rest of the farm system, let's check in with Jim Callis. Jim.
Thanks, Greg. Let's take a look at the Angels farm system. Top 5 prospects. Starts with Christian Moore, the number 8 overall pick in last year's draft. We've already seen Kaden Dana and Sam Aldegari pitch in the big leagues. Fireballer George Clausen came over with Aldegari from the Phillies in a trade for Carlos Estevez last summer. And Josua Luga is my pick to click. He's my Angels breakout prospect for 2025. MLB Pipeline will have a completely updated Angels top 30 prospects list on March 5th at MLB.com/pipeline. Welcome in here. We're joined by Christian Moore, number 8 overall pick, like we just said. Christian, 2024, big year. You win the College World Series, hit for the cycle in Omaha. That's only been done once before. You set the single season and career home run records at Tennessee. You go number 8 in the draft. You make it up to Double-A. You rake there. Pretty big year in 2024. What are you looking forward to this year in 2025?
Hopefully, like you said, just continue to live out that dream. I have a goal, this year, make it up to the pros. So, that's kind of what I'm looking forward to right now. And, I'm trying to work hard and, kind of give that first good impression to these guys. And, we'll see what happens.
The Angels, obviously, an organization that's not shy about moving their draft picks quickly. Their guys get there quick. You're showing well in big league camp early. Do you realize, in mind, are you thinking about how close you are to the big leagues, and what do you have to do to get there, do you think?
I don't know how close I am, but, I'm going to continue working hard every day. Again, I want my defense to really improve because that's how you stick. The bat's going to go up and down. That's part of it. But the defense has to improve and be consistent. So that's really what I'm focused on right now, and working with Wash and go, every day early in the morning, just trying to understand, hops and reads and stuff like that, and just making better decisions. Second base, got to make decisions. So I'm looking forward to that.
March 15th, Angels prospects playing the Cubs prospect. It's the second year of spring breakout games. What are you looking forward to in that matchup?
I think it's going to be fun, match up with the top prospects. I think that's kind of what you live for. And it's kind of like, the futures games or whatever you want to call it for us. So I think it'll be, really, really cool. And, I remember watching it on TV the last couple of years and, seeing guys that just got drafted or seeing guys that I play with, playing in that game. So I'm definitely excited for it.
Okay, well, thanks, Christian. Good luck this year. Look forward to seeing you in Anaheim at some point during the season. Back to you, Greg.
Now it's time for our Angels predictions for 2025. And can I just tell you, when we showed up today to cover the Angels, my prediction stayed the same. Somebody was smitten with what he saw. So you've changed your prediction.
Yeah, the vibe, the kind of what's happening here, the roster, talking to the guys, being in the clubhouse, just kind of seeing the overall work, the staff. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought this team was going to finish last in the division. I don't personally see that. I actually got them now finishing third. I think they're going to be over 500, 82-80. That's my prediction. Bet on it.
Wow, okay. I'm actually going to say third place as well. And because I'm not changing my prediction, I'm saying 81-81. I said they're going to be a 500 team right on the dot, just on the outside looking in of a postseason spot. But it won't be a losing record. That's a dramatic improvement.
Huge.
18-win improvement from the previous season. For Yonder Alonso, I'm Greg Amsinger. For more spring training coverage, log on to MLB.com. Thank you so much for watching 30 Clubs in 15 Days, presented by T-Mobile.